It's day 4 and our last day in the BVI. We're heading for Norman Island to attempt a crossing into American waters. We have special permission to swim to the island of St John. We're literally swimming from Britain to America. It's a distance of about 4 miles, but it's going to be another daunting swim across the deep open sea.
So girls, have you got your passports?
Yay!
Thank you.
Like a little school of dolphins, they're off. First, disaster strikes for Mel when she stands on a black sea urchin and John gets to practice his surgical skills.
Oh, look at that! Kins.
Then Lynne gets the fish and chips treatment.
Lynn's just got stung by a jellyfish, so I'm going to put some vinegar on it. And would you like ketchup as well? Wait, and on your knee as well?
Lynn's back in the water just in time for some snacks at sea, and Mel isn't far behind after her brush with the dreaded sea urchins. The team has been swimming for 2 hours now, and they're passing Flanagan's Point, the beginning of American waters.
Swimming for 2 hours. 58-year-old grandmother, it's not bad, is it?
Lynne, Sally and Mel have swum on towards the mainland of St John, but Pat has pushed to her limits and realises she can't go much further. She reaches out to touch the rock that marks the beginning of the US Virgin Islands. It's an amazing achievement for her, especially as a disabled woman.
When I was 14, they told me I might never walk again. And I've just swum from England to America. That was just amazing. And really, the water's my thing. On an average day, my body is either, it ranges from being fairly uncomfortable to very painful, but in the water it isn't.
Pat has managed her swim into American territory, and Mel joins her on the boat.
So where did we just come from? Down...
See that island right over there?
It's bonkers, isn't it?
Lem sees that on the telly.
Lynne and Sally have now been swimming for 2 hours, 40 minutes. They've almost made it. Lynne's in front and Sally's just over here, but Sally, I think, is struggling because she did the big 2-hour swim yesterday and completed it, so she must be absolutely exhausted. Greg and John are swimming alongside her to give her some support, but you can see she's flagging just a bit. And she's so close, so close. I don't know if she's got the energy to finish it.
Lynne could have gone for glory and been the first challenger to reach land, but in the true spirit of a relay team, she waits for her weary teammates so they can swim the final stretch of water together.
Two hours 55 and they have made it, and Pat and Mel have got back off the boat, back into the water to join them in America.
They've all managed to reach America, but it's not an official crossing until you've got out of the water. It's very rocky and no one can find the right place to land, and Pat decides it's safer for her on the boat.
3 hours 20 minutes. They've made it. Lynne has landed. Welcome to America!
We all hit the beach and it was just the most amazing feeling because we'd done a channel crossing but just not in freezing cold water. It was very much a team effort, you know, and we all did so well.
Every time I think about it, I start crying. I phoned home and told my husband, started crying again, and I'm going to cry now. It was just such an amazing thing to do, and particularly on the day that I did it, because 40 years ago to the day I was in labour with my first child. It was just such an amazing way to celebrate being a mum and being a grandmother.
So where did we just come from? In Malta, I was all ready to pack my bag and just run and hightail out of this challenge completely. Whereas now, I'm in a completely different place. I'm much more confident that I can actually do this.
This is what I've trained for months and months and months for. So I got in and gave it my best shot and just kept going really. It was tough going and I was sick a couple of times. But yeah, it was good. I was really, really pleased with myself.
For all the things that we've done here and all the swimming we've done and all the things we've seen and all the laughs we've had, that will be something to hold, you know, so that when I'm swimming the channel, when I can't see anything and it's all murky and horrid, then I can just think back here and just try and focus.
The girls have turned a corner in their final swim and are feeling galvanised by the whole Caribbean experience. To celebrate, we've swapped swimsuits for party frocks to join in the Jumbie party at Leverett Bay for some well-deserved R&R.